Lone Rec Team video. Today we're going to take a look at Malamar. Malamar just got a research day there where you can get the shiny for the first time ever in Pokemon Go. This Pokemon is actually pretty decent in PvP. I really enjoy this Pokemon. It's going to be amazing as well in the upcoming Psychic Cup there as well, because it's a Psychic Dark type, so it's going to be able to resist those Psychic type moves, as most likely this cup going to be mainly about psychic Pokemon that learn moves that are not psychic, to be honest, so I don't think it's actually going to be that busted. But here we're going to see a team that's pretty lame, but because it's so lame, we kind of want to spice it up a little bit, and we are running Hyper Beam on our Malamar. Malamar usually runs Foul Play instead, which is a stab move, which is usually definitely better because it will be able to hit stuff for neutral damage at the pretty much same pace as a superpower would be doing, so it's pretty decent in general. But here of course we're going to take a look at this Pokemon with the Hyper Beam just because it's funnier, and I kind of want to have some fun with this Pokemon. As we can take here a look at the first opponent having a double Steel Line there, which is not very good for us, as they can go for an Earthquake here, KOing us, and we still have to throw a Charge move here, which basically loses us the game. I make a stupid mistake here. It's pretty late, so I also don't make every right call. I should have went for one more fast move here. Allowing my opponent 3 free fast moves was kind of annoying and also nearly cost me the game, but by one turn I'm still going to be able to go for another superpower, and Malamar can close out this game. Malamar is really unique. I don't think there's anything really available that has the same typing. I think Hooper has one, I'm pretty sure. I think the Hooper Unbound version has the same typing, but it doesn't really matter anyway, because like there's nothing in Great League available with this typing, which makes it pretty unique. The main weakness of this Pokemon going to be, I think it only has actually one weakness, which is bug type Pokemon, or like bug typing in general, which would be 4 times super effective. So I really would like to see this Pokemon going up against an Araquanid, which has a bug bite as a fast move. That thing will go down super fast. As we see here, we get actually to 2 returns against this Crafty, which is nice. We can go into our Nidoqueen. We can try to clean this match maybe with our Malamar in the back, as we can still go for one Poison Fang here. Of course, they double boosted, so it's kind of doing a lot of damage. We can go for the Poison Fang. They can go for one Power Punch, I guess, here, and I can swap out into my Malamar. It actually KOs me already, so I cannot even swap out. Let's see what they have in the back. It's going to be a Swampert. And you know what we're going to do here. We have our Hyper Beam for the Swampert, and we're going to go straight for this. Maybe I should have let this move go through. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe. But we can go ahead, farm up extra. We can go for... Maybe we should have thrown one more fast move here. But this Hyper Beam going to KO the opposing Swampert, as we see a Stunfisk coming in here. And we can just go for 2 superpowers, the only thing that we can really do. Hope that this KOs, as we see my opponent going for that charge move now, and this does just barely not KO, and we're going to lose this game here sadly by like 1 or 2 HP from the opponent. It is fine, but this is how it is. We at least hit one Hyper Beam there, which is all I really wanted. Next opponent having a Galarian Weezing in the lead. Kind of awkward, to be honest. Like, the typing of this thing is so unique that there's not a lot in the meta currently that really hard walls this. This is actually a pretty decent wall, but of course we still have to be careful about the potential overheat, which definitely would hurt a lot. As we see a Jumpluff coming in, which also has access now to the new move Fairy Wind, as this thing gets to energy way faster now, but we can just go ahead and farm this thing down now, most likely with our Nidoqueen, as exactly, this thing cannot do anything anymore. They go back into their Galarian Weezing. We can go for one Poison Fang, and we can try to farm it down with now our Sableye, or maybe not. We just go for another one here, as they're gonna shield this move up. We are all shieldless now. They're very low. I actually go into my Malamar here, and we see a Eradicate coming in. We can just go for one superpower, and this thing most likely gonna collapse in there, but we are not gonna do this. We're going to have some fun here, and of course, if we have Hyper Beam, we have to flex a little bit, and we go for another Hyper Beam here. Totally unnecessary, but it's funny, so we can just go for another superpower afterwards and win. We still had our full health Sableye in the back. I wasn't really too scared, to be honest. There was nothing really that they could do there anyway. As we see the next opponent having a Taria in the lead. Pretty neutral, as we see a Swampert. Sometimes against Swampert I played a little bit weird because I wasn't really sure on how I wanted to play against it. So yeah, some games against Swampert were not ideal, I guess, but this is fine. We can go for one charge move, get the shield from the opponent. We can go ahead and shield this move up as well, and we should be able to get to another charge move in time here, hopefully. It is actually a CMP tie. I'm going to shield this move up. Let's see if they want to shield this up as well, or do they want to let this move go through. I'm just going to undercharge a little bit. But they're actually going to shield this move up, which is fine, because I can still get to another charge move, looking pretty nice, because you can now realign here with 1 HP and NiRiain. My opponent doesn't get a lot of farm. It's going to be a Dragonite. We're going to go into our Nidoqueen. We cannot go into our Malamar, which would be the usual choice here, because we don't run foul play. If we ran foul play, we would have one-shot this Dragonite, but of course we play a spicy moveset, which is not the ideal one. Play foul play if you actually want to win games. Yeah, this kind of lost us this game here. I think I would have been actually able to win this game otherwise, maybe. Yeah, definitely, actually. One foul play would have been easily enough to KO the opponent, but like this, we can at least still hit one Hyper Beam against this Altaria, as we see an opponent with a Bastion, as we see the next opponent with a Scizor. Scizor actually hardwalls this team. Very meta Pokemon. Scizor, I see Scizor like literally every day. This Pokemon is everywhere. No, it's not. Like literally, it's the first time I see, I think, a Scizor in Great League. Outside of like a Special Cup and the Halloween Cup, it usually is a pretty decent Pokemon in the Shadow version, but yeah, this is very spicy from the opponent, as we can go ahead. Go for one foul play against this Azumarill, going to get a shield, which is nice. We can go for another one. We should be able to get another shield here, hopefully. As we do, and we can shield this move up, farm them down, and we should be pretty easily able to... Never mind, we can just farm down with the Malamar as well. Like, never mind, we can just get the Psycho Cut down there, which is most likely better. We can just go ahead, go for one superpower against the Scizor. This will not KO. I maybe should swap afterwards. They go for the Night Slash. I was scared that they have X-Scissor, because X-Scissor would be 4 times super effective here. We see that this does a lot of damage. We can go for one more superpower here. This will be enough to KO my opponent. And let's see what they're going to do here. They have a Swampert in the back. I'm going to swap out onto the charge move here. But this was not really the smartest idea, to be honest, because now they can farm me down. And yeah, I have to take a charge move here. I will not be able to survive one. What's it called? Hydrokinia, sadly. Oh, wait, I do. I get to the Hyper Beam. This is enough to KO the Swampert here. It is enough, and we win the game here with a last 1 HP and a Dream Hyper Beam there. What an insane game. As we see the next opponent having a Alola Ninetales, we can just go for one charge move against this Dragonite, as we can now farm it down with our Sableye, which is very nice. They cannot KO me here with this Shadow Ball either, because we are XL. Normal version would actually be down at this point of time. This is where XL comes in clutch. And we can go for one more move here against the low Ninetales. And we will be able to now align our Nidoqueen against it again, which can farm it down. We maybe should have thrown the charge move, to be honest. It was kind of not the smartest idea to not do it. As we see a Swampert in the back, we go for one Poison Fang, trying to bait the potential Earth Power. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to shield this. It's very nice. And I'm just going to go ahead, shield this move as well, and go for another Poison Fang, as this is going to get hopefully the last shield as well. Gonna put him to range now for superpower, because he got double debuff there, and the superpower comes through now. Let's see how much it's gonna do. Is it enough? It is enough. After 2 debuffs, 1 superpower is easily enough to KO this Swampert. As we face a Dragonite, if you haven't seen my Dragonite video from yesterday, you definitely should check it out, because it was actually such a good Pokemon in this new meta. In general, this Pokemon superpower is literally insane. I can't wait for the Ultra League without X-Alts. Like, this Dragonite going to town like so crazy. This is just the most insane Pokemon, to be honest. As we see a Lantern coming in here again. Lantern having access to Surf now is kind of tricky. They go for a Surf here. They have the Water Gun as a fast move, and we can go ahead and go for some more foul plays. This foul play going to get the shield from the opponent, and we can go and try to get to more. So we're going to shield this Surf up, and we can go for more foul plays here, trying to realign. Let's see if we can do this. Do they let this move go through? Do they shield this? We will see that they're going to let this move go through, and we will see also the Dragonite coming back in, so we can go for another charge move. Let's see what they have in the back. Can they do something against us? It is a Registeel. That's kind of tricky, to be honest. We can go ahead, go for one superpower, and we're just gonna swap afterwards. So we're just going to swap here. They're gonna let this move go through. Very nice for us. Doesn't matter if they let it through or not, because we swap anyway, clearing the debuff. And now we have to farm up basically to 100 energy with this Malamar before we can throw our charge move. They're going to throw it now. And we have to go to 2 charge moves here. Hope that we can still win this game somehow. They got the attack drop, which is kind of sad because this is a really mattering 66% chance to get it. So I guess it was more in their favor, of course. But if you saw my video before with the Dragonite, you saw that I never got the boost, but we just barely are able to win the game here thanks to the Malamar. As we see our victory bell against us in the lead here. Horrible lead, of course. We're going to stay in here. We're going to go for 1 charge move, trying to get a shield from my opponent. And now we can just go ahead, swap into our Sableye. We have the debuff on our side, so the fast move damage going to add up here as well as they go for 1 leaf blade and as they go into their Stunfisk. We can go ahead and go for 2 foul plays here as we got some energy lead thanks to the victory bell. But it's going to be a tough one definitely as we're going to get to another move here. Let's see what they're going to do. We're going to let this move go through most likely. Let's see. We are actually shielding. It's a rock slide. We get baited. And now they can get to another move before. And I don't know why I shield this. That's very nice by me. Because this thing goes down now, we can try to farm it down with the Malamar. But where does it really help us, to be honest? We see the Medicham coming in. We can try to go for the Hyper Beam. But they actually catch the move perfectly onto their Victory Bell. This is going to be a complete annihilation with this Hyper Beam. Most likely it's like 200% or something. But we have nothing to hit this Medicham. So yeah, this is going to be it for this game there definitely. As I don't think I have anything that I can do against this Medicham. We can try to go for 1 more Hyper Beam. Maybe they let this move go through. Let's see. And they are not. And they can just, yeah, they would be able to farm me down, of course. So I just surrendered. So good game there. My final chance was just to hit this Hyper Beam. As we see a Ninetales against us. As we see a Sableye, I'm just going to go into my, I'm just going to go for 1 charge move here. And go then into my Sableye. Reasons for this is they had an energy advantage. I didn't really want to give up switch advantage here because I don't want to face the Charm user against my Dark types in the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and go now for some foul plays. Thanks to the debuff before, we will be able to win the fast move beatdown war here against the Sableye. As we see the opponent going now for 1 more foul play, we shield this up. We can go for our own foul play. Do they shield this up? We have to see as they going to shield this up as well. I have to shield this one up as well. I don't really want to get the Charm user on my other Pokemon. As we see the Swampert coming in here, we have to kind of go for the superpower, to be honest. I don't really want to get hit by 1 Earthquake because I think it's going to hurt a little bit. As we see here that my opponent gonna go ahead, go for the Hydro Cannon, and it's still gonna come down to the wire because the Ninetales has some energy already. It's going to be a little bit tough for the in general for the scenario here, as we're gonna try to go for 1 Poison Fang, of course. But yeah, I'm going to try to swap out after this move now because the switch clock is up. And they had a charge move, but they had the same idea, and we're going to lose here by 1 HP in a Dream against this opponent. Kind of sad. We had a pretty decent lead, but the rest kind of didn't work out, sadly. As we see the final game here, we have the Tropius against us and also the Swampert. Swampert is a little bit tricky, so we go ahead, go for 1 Poison Fang and then swap out into our Sableye, allowing us to have enough fast move pressure by the Shadow Claw that we are guaranteed to realign our Pokemon, which is really important. So we're going to go ahead and shield this Hydro Cannon up here, and we can go for 1 foul play, which we are not charged because they had like not a lot of health left. And they're actually going to shield this move up, which is kind of crazy. Which now means I can just shield, farm everything down, and we should be hopefully fine here. Let's see what's going to happen as we see the opponent coming into the Bastion. So I'm going to swap out into my Nidoqueen. I have 2 answers for this Pokemon on my team, so I don't really need this Nidoqueen too much. As they're going to go ahead, go for a Flamethrower and then swap into their Tropius again. I can go ahead, go for more Poison Fang here, and I will be able to actually do a lot of damage against this thing with the Poison Fang alone. As we see here already that this thing is super low. The Poison Jab just completely threads us through. As we see here that they go for 1 charge move. We have no shields anyway. We have to take this. It's a Leaf Blade, and we can now farm this thing all the way down, getting to 2 superpowers against this Bastion. This should seal the deal here for us. First superpower lands, second superpower going to land now as well. This is going to be a good game. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a great research day, or you're gonna have a great research day, and I see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.